Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Matthew. I am the lead content developer for the Climate Action Now app. And if you're watching this video, then you have been invited to download and try this app by the Climate Reality Project or by your local Climate Reality chapter. If you are not a member of the Climate Reality Project, there's a different video you should be watching. So reach out to whoever sent you this video or reach out to me at mvollrath, MVOLLRATH at climateactionnow.com and we'll get you the right video. But if you are a member of the Climate Reality Project, you're in the right place. So let's get started and talk about this app. So hopefully you got a chance to watch the introductory YouTube video narrated by John Lithgow, giving some background on why we made this app and what this app can do. And just really quickly, I want to highlight that we made this app for people like you, for passionate people who are passionate about doing something about climate change and protecting our planet and tackling environmental justice and, you know, really taking on this crisis and making that something that you're willing to do, is taking action on that. That is incredible. That's amazing. We're so grateful for people like you. We're so grateful there are people like you out there. And our mission and the reason we made this app is really to empower you to multiply your impact with the same amount of time and the same amount of effort that you're already spending on taking climate action. We want to make you 10 times more effective, 100 times more effective by simply eliminating all the barriers in between you and saving the planet, right? Having to look up your legislator, having to figure out what to say, you know, which bill should I support, all of that, we're going to do that for you. And our hope is that because of that, you will be able to have vastly greater impact with the time and energy that you're already so dedicated to spending to do something about the climate crisis. And that's why we made the app, and that's what we hope the app will help you do. So now let's jump into actually getting the app. It's, as you'll see, it's a very straightforward process, very simple, but I did want to make this video to just walk through it step by step. That obviously can't hurt. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to your app store. If you're on an iPhone, it'll be the app store icon that looks like that. If you're on an Android, you have the Google Play Store. You already know all about that. And you're going to look up Climate Action Now. That's the name of the app, right? Climate Action Now. Hit search. And you're looking for the app that looks like this. Black background, white letters. Yeah, it's going to look something like this. And then whatever button you press to get the app, you're going to press that. I'm going to wait just a second here. It's downloading. Okay, and we're going to say open. Okay, at this point, I'll ask you if you want to receive notifications. Now, obviously, we know people are wary of notifications. We get so many notifications for absolutely everything. But if you are willing to take a little leap of faith, we are absolutely encouraging you to accept notifications, because that's how we're going to, you know, keep you appraised of what's actually, you know, what you can do. We're going to add new actions all the time. New people are going to be coming on that, you know, that are part of your group that are going to be taking actions. And in order to stay on top of all that and to see what's going on and what you can do, we really encourage you to accept notifications. So I'm going to say allow. Okay, now we get this nice Earthrise screen here. This is our home. It gave us life, sustains us. It's in crisis. Obviously it is. So let's go save it. Okay, and now it'll drop us off on the create your account screen. So like most apps out there, you're going to want to create your account at this point. You have several options to do it: Google, Apple, email. Google and Apple are the easiest, I would say, and they're actually very secure. So if you know your Google password, you don't have to remember another password for that, and they're very, very secure. So probably even more secure than having a bunch of individual accounts if you care about that. I'm going to sign up with email because I already have an account, so I'm just going to make a dummy account for this video. So, okay, and you're gonna get a couple of questions. Are you 13 years of age or older? Yes. You agree to our terms of use and privacy policy. Obviously, those are links if you want to read those, but probably don't. I'll just say we promise we do not make money by selling your data. If you give us permission to give some anonymized data on what you're doing to your organization for their own benefit, for the benefit of their programming, we'll do that. But otherwise, your data is private. Okay, so let's say yes, we do. Okay, now we're going to get this. And if you do use the email option, you'll get this slightly scary sounding notification. It wants to share information about you. Don't worry, that's just how you sign in. So I'm not going to share any scary information. The sign up screen, I'm just going to put in the dummy email. I already have a test account, so I'll put in test2, password, create account. All right, now we're off and running. And now as you see, what you get shown is a tutorial. So I'm actually going to take a minute to go through this tutorial with you guys and highlight some of the salient features of it. So as you see, it's pointing to the little check mark at the bottom that says act. And you can also see there are 4 other icons. We call this the tab bar, right? And these different things, act, community, compete, search, we call them tabs. And you can, if you press on them, it'll take you to a new section of the app, basically, right? So the first section, which is the main section and the default section, and the section that probably most of you will be spending most of your time on, is the act section. And that's the section where you get a bunch of actions that you can take. Right now, in seconds or minutes, every single one of these actions can be done on your phone, no matter where you are. So you don't need to go and I don't know, tend a garden or anything actually out in the world. It's all done on the phone, and it's all doable in a very short amount of time, seconds or minutes. So that's what this is talking about. All right, next. Okay, so the second tab is what we call the community. And this is cool. So as you can see, there's, what we call deeds, right? Different people, and these would be people that you know. In the actual app, this is a sample screen, but in the actual app, it'd be people that you know, people that you chose to follow, or members of your climate reality chapter or other climate reality leaders. And you'll actually be able to see what they're doing in real time. It's just a news feed, basically, of what everybody that you are following is doing. And it's a really fun feature, actually. It's a great way to just sort of get inspired, see what other people are doing, and see that there are other people out there that are doing really powerful climate action just like you. I spend a lot of time on this section of the app. I really enjoy it. And you can comment, you can like, you can share, repost, all that good stuff. Okay, so now we're on to the compete tab. And the compete tab is really just sort of fun little competitions, no stakes, it's purely just for fun that you can engage in. So if you are a member of a Climate Reality chapter, your chapter will, once we get to the end of this process, show up probably in a little competition with another chapter. And you can, if you're not already joined to that competition automatically, some of you will be automatically joined to it. Per your chapter leader's request. Others of you will just have the option to join it at your leisure. And what that'll do is it's just sort of a fun way to compete, and you'll get little notifications every once in a while about who's winning, and it's just sort of a fun little thing. And you see at the top, it says rivalries and streaks. So the other part of competition is streaks, which is where you compete with yourself. And basically there are 5 different types of streaks. There are different categories of actions for each, but like the Civic Hero streak, is a streak in which you're taking actions to contact government officials. So for that streak, if you take a contact government official, at whatever kind of official they may be, action, you take one of those actions 5 days in a row without missing a day, then you get bonus points. And I'll talk about points and what they do in a moment. All right, so let's go next. Okay, so now we're on the search tab, and this is where you can see every single action that is currently available in the app. We have over 1,500 standard actions that we've made. That should keep you busy for a while. And then if they haven't already, your chapter, some of your chapters will actually be making their own actions for you. So you can take the actions created and recommended for you specifically by your chapter, and those will show up at the top of this search page. And again, there's 3 sections at the top. So like there was the rivalries and streaks section on the compete tab. You can see there's actions, people, and rivalries on this tab. Rivalries just duplicates what you see in the compete, but people is a really important section of this tab because that's where you can find more people to follow. The community feed is a lot more lively, a lot more engaging if you're following your friends or just, following people that are, that are doing a lot of good stuff. It's just nice to see other people taking action. It really is. So I would encourage you at some point to go over to the people tab and look for other folks to follow. All right. Now we're on to the U. This is your profile. You'll just keep track of everything you do, actions you take, the points you earn, and the trees. And again, we'll get to points and trees in just a second here. There's also where you store, where you can put in your bio, your profile picture. And we really do encourage you, as one of the first things that you actually do on the app, to go to this section and put in a picture at least. A picture, because again, the community is so important, seeing other people, seeing what they're doing, and that's so much more powerful if there's a face to the name and the act. So it doesn't have to be, a glamour competition, but just put a photo of yourself in if you're so moved. We think it'll really make it a much more fun experience. So next, all right, now we're getting to the good stuff. So most actions you take earn points and can be completed in seconds or minutes. Mentioned that, but what's up with the points? Okay, so every day, your first 1,000 points count toward a real tree. Okay, that means exactly what it says, right? Real trees are on the line for you guys. We have a tree planting partner called the Eden Reforestation Project, great nonprofit group. They plant trees, where they help farmers plant trees on their land in different parts of the world, mainly sub-Saharan Africa. And that ensures that the trees get cared for and also helps the farmers earn a little bit of income. So it's a really great program. And as you earn points on this app, we will be contracting for trees to be planted through the Eden Reforestation Project on your behalf. So that's a big deal. That's something that we found users really enjoy and kind of get into, I currently have about 40 trees. Been here a while, so I have a little mini forest going, and it's a really good feeling to get trees and to know that in addition to all the powerful action you're taking, there is literal physical stuff that is being created that is drawing carbon out of the atmosphere because of what you are doing on this app. So that's how points work. So every day, the first 1,000 points you earn count toward a real tree. You can earn up to 1,000, we call tree points every day. Once you earn 3,000 tree points, we'll plant a real tree. So if you do the math, what that means is you can earn up to 1/3 of a tree each day. And if you come 3 days in a row and you do 1,000 points worth of actions each day, you get a tree. Or if you come 3 days in a week or in a month, or if you, do 100 points worth of action for 30 days, right? However you want to subdivide it up, your points never expire. But you can get up to 1,000 a day. And when you get to 3,000, that is when the magic happens. That's when you get your tree. All right, next. Okay, so you can see there are 2 little buttons at the bottom of the card along with Do It Now. So there are quite a number of buttons at the bottom of the card, but there are 2 that we're going to highlight. One is the who, That's basically where you can see who else has taken the action and have the opportunity to follow them. Again, we do encourage you to find people to follow. Makes the app a much more engaging experience, we think. And the why. The why is something you can tap on if you want a little bit more information about this action and the context behind it and why you should do it, and or just something to get a little bit more information and motivation, or if you want to see the sources. We do cite our sources for every action that we make, and the why is going to be where you can find those. Okay. And this little bar is how you track your progress, your points, and your progress towards your tree. The green is your progress, as it says, your progress towards your next tree. So that bar is going to fill up. It's going to go from gray to green as you're earning your tree. And what the gold means is that's how much more progress you can make today. So if you fill up the gold, that means go you took 1,000 points worth of action today, and you can't get any more tree credit in one day after you fill up the gold. But if you come back tomorrow, you can keep chipping away. All right, now it says let's go. Okay, so now it's going to ask you for your pronouns. I'm a he, him, his. Okay, this is really important, guys. This is the most important part of the whole process. It says, do you have an invitation code? Yes, you do. So your invitation code is going to be whatever was provided for you by your chapter or by the Client Reality Project. That's information you should have in the email or other communication that you received. If you don't, please reach out to whoever sent you this video, or again, email me at mvolrath@climateactionnow.com. If I can type that in the box here. Really wants to capitalize it for some reason. But it's mvolrath@climateactionnow.com. Okay, your invitation code should be numeric. I'm going to enter the invitation code 88, which happens to be the code for the Climate Reality Chicago chapter. But again, you're going to want to enter your invitation code that you got from your chapter or from Climate Reality. Okay, so you say, okay. And now you're going to get this welcome screen. It's going to say you've been invited to use the app by the Client Reality Project Chicago chapter, in my case, or whatever chapter you're affiliated with, or by the national organization. So a little bit more information on this page. I'll draw your attention to a couple of points. So the Client Reality Project Chicago chapter recommends you take actions located in the action carousel, which we saw was the main tab where you get all your actions, and in the search, and those actions will be clearly delineated. So if your chapter makes actions, or if Climate Reality makes actions, there'll be a nice big banner at the top that says recommended for you by your chapter or by Climate Reality. So you'll know that those are special actions that are made just for you. We mentioned teams and rivalries. There will be teams and rivalries that you can join associated with your chapter and with Climate Reality community. So everybody else who comes in to the app and enters that same invitation code that you just entered will all be, in most cases, set to automatically follow each other on the community feed. So you'll automatically see the actions taken by the other people in your chapter, or by the other people in Climate Reality who entered the same invitation code that you just did. And that's really cool. That'll be a nice way to just right off the bat see some other actions and connect with some other people. Last thing is about offsetting your CO2 through our what we call planet saving subscriptions. If you want to learn more about that, you can tap learn more, but that is totally optional. Okay, let's go. Okay, now the final screen. And then I promise we'll be all ready to go and just start taking action. So now it says you've been invited to use this app by the Client Reality Project. And the screen will be the same for anybody who comes in through any kind of Climate Reality organization. Now, if you took the training, right, if you're a trained Climate Reality leader, this is really cool. You can actually enter, your Reality Hub ID, as it's called, which will connect you with your Client Reality account. And then every action that you take in the app that counts as a Climate Reality act of leadership, you will automatically get credit for in their system. So you actually, if you take an action on this app where you're contacting an influencer, right? That's one of their acts of leadership, right? If you reach out to your US representative saying you want climate action, that will get uploaded in real time to Climate Reality's Salesforce database, which is this was the same thing, the same place that it would go if you entered it through Reality Hub. So you actually don't have to go to Reality Hub. All this action you're taking, which again, you can take really fast and seconds or minutes, all those actions that are counting as acts of leadership, Climate Reality will know about them without you having to do anything extra. So this is a really cool feature, and this is something that other Climate Reality leaders we found are just really excited about. So let's talk about how to do that. So talking about your Reality Hub ID. So you probably don't know what that is yet, right? So I'm going to show you how to find that now. So I'm going to switch screens here. I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to share my desktop. Okay, and here's how you find your Reality Hub ID. So I'm going to go to the Reality Hub, right? realityhub.clientreality.org. Then you're going to go to view my profile. Connection was interrupted. Interesting. Hopefully that's a temporary issue. There we go. Okay. So now that you're here, you're going to want to look up in the URL bar. Okay. It's actually where the web address for this website is. And you see at the end of the URL or the web address is actually a number, a 4 or 5 digit number. That is your Reality Hub ID. So remember that. 38690 is mine. So now that we've done that, I'm going to go back to the phone. Okay. So for me, it was, I think since my actual account is actually linked up with this, so I'll make one up. I don't think I've gotten that high yet. It doesn't exist. So I guess I better enter my actual one, which is again, what is that again? 38690. Okay. Sure, I'm still sharing my screen. Yes, I am. Okay. So 38690. All right. And just like that, drops you off in the app, and you can start taking action. Start swiping through the cards, taking flash quizzes, signing petitions, all that good stuff. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully the process makes sense. If it doesn't, shoot me an email. Happy to help and assist in any way. And again, we are here for you guys. You are the superstars that our planet needs. Plain and simple, right? You can't buy passion, you can't buy dedication. And we're just thrilled that you guys are out there. People like you who want to take action and protect our world. We're thrilled that you guys are out there, and we exist to help you be as effective as you possibly can. So anything that we can do to help, any feedback that you have, any questions we can answer, don't hesitate to ask. Email me. Again, my email is mvollrath@climateactionnow.com, or you can email support@climateactionnow.com if that's easier to remember. Yeah, anything we can do, we're here to help, and we're so thrilled that you guys are here and are ready to take action. So onward and upward. Look forward to seeing you in the app. Thanks so much.